welcome to Class 5. If you've made it here, you're either freshly licensed or you're on the verge of it and the paperwork process is staring you down. Don't worry. We're going to walk through every step together, and we're going to untangle some industry jargon that trips up a lot of new agents along the way. Here's your practical onboarding sequence. 4 steps. Contract with Providence Life Group. Get your NPN through an IPR. Get appointed with your carriers. And secure your E&O insurance. Let's go through each one. Step 1 is contracting with Providence Life Group, your agency. This is your agreement with the organization that recruited you. It establishes your position in the hierarchy, your commission structure, and your relationship with every carrier you'll sell through. Step 2, your NPN. That's your National Producer Number, and you get it through NIPR, the National Insurance Producer Registry. Think of your NPN as your federal license fingerprint. Every carrier, every application, every system you ever use in insurance will ask for it. If you don't have one yet, this is your first move after contracting. Step 3 is getting appointed with your carriers. Contracting with Providence Life Group gets you into the agency. But to actually sell a specific carrier's products, like Safe Life, or any other, that carrier has to formally appoint you. Your upline or agency admin will walk you through which carriers to appoint with first based on what you'll be selling. Step 4, E&O insurance. That stands for Errors and Omissions. It's your professional liability coverage as an agent. If a client ever claims you gave incorrect advice or made an error in their application, E&O protects you. Most carriers and agencies require it before you can sell. It's not optional. Get it early. Okay. Checklist covered. Now here's where things get genuinely confusing and where a lot of new agents get tripped up. We need to talk about LOA. Because LOA doesn't mean one thing in this industry. It means 3 completely different things. And you're going to hear all 3 used casually, often without any clarification. 3 definitions. First, licensed-only agent. This is a contracting classification. It describes a type of agent status within your contract structure. Second, line of authority. This is the legal term for which categories of insurance you're actually licensed to sell, like life, health, or property. Third, letter of authorization. This is Safe Life Policy's own term from their producer agreement. It describes how agents get paid and how hierarchy is administered. And here's the thing, when your upline casually says you need to get your LOA or make sure your LOA is set up, they almost always mean the letter of authorization. That's the one that controls your payment path and your place in the organization's hierarchy. Keep that as your default assumption. Here's what that actually looks like. This is the Safe Life Policy Producer Agreement, and you can see the Letter of Authorization section right here. This document is what establishes your payment structure and your position within the Providence Life Group hierarchy. When you sign this, you're not just agreeing to a commission rate. You're agreeing to how the whole organization flows. Here's a simple way to think about why this structure exists. Direct pay optimizes one person's payment path. A letter of authorization structure optimizes the administration of the whole organization you're building. Providence Life Group is built to scale to hundreds, potentially thousands of agents. The LOA structure is what makes it possible to administer cleanly. Picture it this way. Direct pay is one arrow, one person, one commission path. The LOA structure is a full tree. Every agent in the organization has their payment path correctly routed, uplines are tracked, overrides are calculated, and the whole thing stays organized at scale. One is simple. The other is powerful. Now let's talk about 2 commission concepts you need to understand before you start. First, vested renewal commissions. When a client's policy stays active and continues to renew, you keep earning renewal income on it. Even if you slow down production. Even if you become less active. Think of it this way, production stops being just a paycheck and starts becoming a long-term asset. Every enforced policy in your book is continuing to generate income. That's the difference between a job and a business. Your renewal book is something you build once and benefit from over time. Now the one that makes new agents nervous, chargebacks. Here's what it is. When a carrier pays you an advanced commission on a new policy, they're essentially fronting you money based on the assumption the client will keep paying their premiums. If that policy lapses, cancels, or gets refunded early, typically within the first year, the carrier claws back that advanced commission. That's a chargeback. This is not specific to Providence Life Group or Safe Life policy. This is standard across the entire insurance industry. Every carrier does it. And there's a defined, staged process for how it's handled. It doesn't just hit your account all at once. Understanding this upfront means you won't be caught off guard, and you'll make sure your clients are well served so policies stay in force. Okay, quick check before we close out. Think about your upline for a second. The next time they casually mention LOA in conversation, which of the three definitions do you think they mean? Licensed only agent, line of authority, or letter of authorization? Take a second. What's your gut answer? Letter of authorization. Almost every time. When your upline says LOA, they're talking about the Safe Life producer agreement structure, how you're set up in the hierarchy, and how your commissions flow. Now you know. And you'll never be confused when you hear it again. Let's lock in what you just learned. The 4-step onboarding sequence: contract, NPN, carrier appointments, ENO. The 3 definitions of LOA, and which one your upline almost always means. Vested renewal commissions, your production as a long-term asset. And chargebacks, industry standard, defined process, nothing to fear if your clients are well served. Onboarding is no longer a mystery. You know the steps, you know the language, and you know exactly what you're signing and why. Now head into the full written training below, read it through, and complete the class quiz. Finishing the quiz unlocks Class 6. Let's go, you're building something real here.